we prepare for the second trial in the disappearance and presumed murder of Crystal Rogers, we're taking a closer look at the Lawson family and their ties to this case.
With one of the Lawsons already convicted and in jail, I answer the question, who are the Lawsons? His name was the last one we learned when it came to the suspect list, yet it became the first name we heard attached to a guilty verdict. Stephen Lawson is the father of Joseph Lawson. Together, according to prosecutors, they make up two of the three pieces in the decade-long puzzle of who killed Crystal Rogers.
It's like a cloud that hangs over Bardstown. We want it to go away.
When the Lawsons were named as suspects, the big question from the people following this case was, who are they and how are they connected to Crystal? The puzzle pieces finally starting to fit together in September of 2023, 8 years after the Bardstown mother was first reported missing. Brooks Houck, Rogers' boyfriend at the time she went missing, had long been a name circulated and whispered about when it came to her disappearance in July of 2015.
The behind-the-scenes kind of conversation is always, what do you think? Who do you think did this? And the opinion has always been they thought the boyfriend did it.
But in August of 2023, it was a man named Joseph Lawson who was arrested first in Nelson County, then arraigned via Zoom while sitting in a hospital. The Bardstown community reacting to the surprising arrest, not of the man they'd suspected for so long, but of this mystery man.
Well, I'm hoping that maybe he'll give them more information on who might have helped do this or whatever is going on with it. I'm happy for her that maybe she's going to get some closure here with all this coming about, you know. And like I said, we're all fighting for him and hoping the best for him.
Sifting through court documents, Joseph Lawson appears to have no direct ties to Houck or Rogers, but he does have a history of being arrested. The Nelson County Gazette covers the area. They posted this mugshot of him in 2020, arrested for, among other things, assault, strangulation, and unlawful imprisonment. 2021, another mug, another arrest. And once Joseph Lawson was arrested, we wouldn't have to wait long for the other dominoes to fall. Brooks Houck was arrested about a month later in September of 2023.
I specifically told him that day, I think you did something to my daughter. I made that very clear.
In December of 2023, Joseph Lawson's father, Stephen, is taken into custody.
I'm sure everybody feels the same way I do. They want this case solved.
It wasn't just people following the case who were curious how this father-son duo was connected to Crystal. That's what police wanted to know too, so they asked Brooks Houck directly.
Who is Steve Lawson? He's somebody works for me.
So while Joseph has no obvious connections, Houck is on camera admitting that he's connected to Stephen. During that police interview, Houck calls Lawson and puts him on speakerphone so the detective can hear his explanation of where he was around the time Crystal was last seen.
The other night you called me really late, and I forgot what you asked me. Can you? I guess we wasn't on the phone. I might have been tired. I know it was pretty late at night. Can you remember what you asked me or what you were after? I can't remember.
Yes, sir, I can. I called to ask you for them numbers for her house.
Oh, for a rental house.
You told me that you would call, what's her name, Katie or whatever, she handles all that.
Crystal.
Grand jury testimony from 2023 reveals Stephen Lawson said Brooks Houck told him that he wanted his girlfriend gone. Lawson also testified that he drove his son Joseph to pick up Crystal's car and then picked him up from the side of the Bluegrass Parkway in the early morning hours of July 4th, 2015, a subject that would come up again during his trial 2 years later.
Where's Crystal Rogers?
After the arrests, the waiting game for this entire case to go to trial. Fast forward to this spring, Stephen Lawson tried first in a separate trial away from his son and Houck. The reason? A judge found his testimony wildly inconsistent with the potential for prejudice. No cameras were allowed in court, so drawings from a sketch artist tell the story. In a stunning move, Lawson takes the stand in his own defense, admitting the exact way he's tied to Crystal Rogers, again discussing her car, his son, and his ties to Houck. Our reporter was there in the courtroom.
In that testimony, Lawson admitting to helping his son, Joseph Lawson, move Rogers' car the night she was last seen alive. His actions coming at the request of Rogers' then-boyfriend, Brooks Houck, who was also Lawson's employer.
A jury found Stephen Lawson guilty of all charges he'd faced, including conspiracy to commit murder, and recommended a 17-year prison sentence. It sets the stage for trial number 2, and the question, will his son Joseph or Brooks Houck take the stand as Stephen did? And as the puzzle comes together, will one of the pieces finally lead us to the mystery that still haunts the town? Where is Crystal's body?
And tonight at 8, we're taking an extensive look into this case from the very beginning up till now. And you can watch that special on Wave Now.